So hello and welcome friends to our channel Intromech, and here we discuss about basic mechanical engineering concepts. So today's our session is based on machine design considerations. So let's discuss about it. So whenever we say that we want to design some component, then we consider different kind of factors like what material is required, what is its shape, whether it will sustain the loads or not. All these things comes when we consider a part design. But whenever you are assembling all the parts and also you are assembling some of the electronic components like sensors, it is a complete machine. So when I say a machine, there are a lot of different other considerations that are required to be considered in the initial phase of any machine design, right? So these are all most widely used considerations in the industry, and that's why I thought that I should share some of these important considerations. So without wasting time, let's get started. So see now, uh, let's consider example that the customer has placed an order. He wants a machine, and what he wants to design an automatic machine in which a job will be gripped from the fixture at position A, and then it will be transferred to position B. Then the job will be placed at position B in some sort of say bin, and then it will move to home position and the cycle repeats. Now this is the initial customer requirement, right? So customer has asked us that I want a machine for this purpose. So what we do? So initially we do some rough design. We do the design with our own considerations. So let's see. So first, what we will do, we will design some kind of frame for this machine, right? This is the first and basic step. We go with the frame, right? Then what we have, as I want an automatic machine, so I cannot go for a manual thing, right? So what I will do, I have picked a robot here. This is the robot, and then there is a pneumatic system with the gripper which will grip my part, and the robot will move from one position to another position, right? Now if you could see, the first requirement, it has been satisfied, right? Now let's see, this is the fixture on which we will place our job, right? Then we have a bin over here. As it is mentioned in the second line, the job will be placed in a bin at position B. So this is essentially a position B. This was my position A. So part I will be picking from this position, and I will be placing that part at this position B, and this is my bin, right? So I have considered a space for my bin, right? Then what is required to run this machine, and this pneumatic cylinders and grippers, I will require some kind of pneumatic gangs and all those things. So I have considered some place for here downside, the pneumatic gangs and all those things I will be assembling at the downside, right? Then in order to power all these equipments, I will require a main panel, and then for operating and for display, I will require another operator panel which will show what is happening inside the machine. So I have taken this main panel on the back side, and I have considered this operator panel over here with the HMI screen, right? Then I will require some kind of sensors to have a communication between my mechanical parts and electronic parts, right? So essentially I have considered some kind of sensors over here. You can say this is a curtain sensor, then I have considered a job presence sensor, then I have considered over here one more sensor, because when the job is placed over here it should be sensed, right? So I have considered some kind of sensors and their positions, right? Then I have a start stop switch over here. In order to start the machine, I will require some kind of switch. I consider its position, and then this is my job, right? It will be placed on the fixture, and this robot will be carrying it to and fro. So this is all I have created with my initial thinking, and on the basis of this requirements from the customer, right? So I have designed this on my some assumptions, but after that I should consider some of the parameters. So let's see which are those parameters. So here are some of the most important parameters which I have listed out. So you could see here customer input data, then machine frame structure, bought out parts, pneumatics and hydraulics, then piping, tubing and routing, manufacturing part material and its finishing, component locations, sensors and their mounting. So these are some of the major parameters that are required to be considered while designing a complete machine. So let's see these parameters into some detail. I have divided the complete session into two parts. So in this first session we will be looking for the first four parameters, and in the second session, in the next video, we will be looking for the next four parameters. So let's see. So this is first, that is the customer input data. Now this is the very important part while designing any kind of machine. Generally we should not start designing anything unless and until we get all the data from the customer, because it you do something, you invest your time, and afterwards if customer wants something different, that time is, it can be completely unuseful, right? So that is why the customer data is very important. Now here, layout at customer end. Now our machine will be going to be installed at customer end, so customer will have its own layout over there. So we should ask the customer for its layout, so that we should be sure that our machine is going to be fixed at a right position. Then maximum floor space available, definitely from the layout we can get an idea that how much space we have, so that we can decide the machine height, its depth or its width, right? So all these parameters are very important. Then job 2D detailed drawings with tolerances and 3D drawings. Yes, now this is very important factor, because we are designing this complete machine for picking up this job, right? So we require the detailed drawing with tolerances. Why tolerances? Because you are gripping the job, so it is very important to know that what are the maximum variations in the job, right? Then also you should ask that whether there is only one component or there are some variations in the shape, because according to that you have to design your gripper. So that is important. And then machine manufacturing standards. Now lot of manufacturers have their own book of standards, and that's why we should ask them that if they have any kind of standards. So after getting that, we should read that properly, and we should check that whether we have designed our machine according to that or not. So let's move on to next part. So second one is machine frame structure. Now in machine frame structure we can have a welded structure with the MS frames. This is the our main structure, frame structure. So I can make it with welding, or I can make it detachable with the help of aluminum extrusion. So it is important that sometimes the customer asks for a detachable type of fixed frame, so we have to go for a aluminum extrusion. Or sometimes the machine is heavy, so in order to take the loads we have to go for MS frame. Then lifting arrangements. Now this part is also very important, because after manufacturing of your machine it is required to be shipped from one place to another place, right? So there should be some means available in order to move your machine, right? Also when the machine will reach to your customer end, right, so it has to be moved from one place to another place. So we should consider some kind of, you can consider eye bolts over here for lifting the machine, or you can have some kind of flanges over here and you can lift it with the help of ropes. And then we can have some arrangement at the bottom side for the forklift. So these kind of things are also required to be considered, right? And then the grouting arrangements. So whenever the machine reaches to the customer end, so some customer wants fixed kind of grouting, so they fix the machine at the location, and some customers want a movable kind of machine. So according to that, we have to give some, say if customer wants grouting arrangement, we have to provide some kind of grouting arrangement over here at the bottom of the machine, right? Or if the customer wants to move the machine, then we can provide some kind of wheel arrangement for the machine. So that is also required. We should ask customer that what he wants. Let's move on to next thing. The next we have bought out parts. So here in our case we can see that there are a lot of bought out parts. We have a cylinder with the gripper assembly. So cylinder can, you can take with the SMC Fest or whatever make it may be. So while choosing the make, here comes the list of standard bought out parts to be used. Sometimes the customer provides the list that you should pick the parts from this list only because they have their own inventory. So we should be aware of those things, otherwise it can be, you know, a complete failure. At the end, customer may deny to accept the machine. Then part system, yes, some of the parts, like in India, most of the industries require the metric system, and you say in North America, most of the things are like imperial system, like inch system. So while choosing the part, you should see that whether you are buying a metric part or imperial part. Then comes the lead time. So definitely when you choose some kind of part, so according to its manufacturer, your place and all those things, the lead time can vary, so you should think of that. And then the alternative make that are acceptable to customer, that if the lead time is so high you cannot cope up with the things, then you should ask the customer which alternative make is possible, right? Let's see the next thing. Then comes the pneumatics and hydraulics. So first, it is very important to properly select the parts, the code. So whenever you are going to select the cylinder, you have to consider the complete load, because gripper is also going to be mounted on the cylinder, right? And while choosing the robot also, you have to consider the total weight of cylinder plus gripper plus job. So all these things you have to consider. Then mounting of all the bought out parts or these different things, because some of the parts can have different kind of mounting. So whenever you purchase some part, you should look for the manual of that part so that you can get more idea about its mounting. Then comes the accessories. So whenever you take some kind of manufacturing some part, let's say here if we are buying some kind of pneumatic cylinder over here, then sometimes some accessories come along with the cylinder, or sometimes they may not come. So we should be aware of that, that which accessories are coming with the part, or we have to bring those accessories, or we have to purchase those accessories separately. Then functioning of the part and circuit. Yes, sometimes it happens that uh, you are going to purchase some kind of new part and it requires some other parts also to function properly. So if you don't know the complete proper circuit of the part, so it can be difficult, because at the end of complete machine it might happen that some part is missing. So you should read the catalogs and you should know the complete functioning of the part and its circuit. So this is about the pneumatic and hydraulics. It can be sometimes hydraulic systems can also be there in your machine. So in that case also you have to consider all these things, right? So this is it about all the things we have discussed about four considerations over in this session, and in the next session we will discuss about the remaining four considerations. So I hope you have got a kind of basic idea that how many things you have to consider while designing a complete machine. When you say a single part, the things are different, but when you are dealing with a complete machine or complete system, you have to think about all these parameters. So I hope this session was useful for you, and if you have any doubts, please do write into the comment section and we can discuss over there. Until then, stay home, stay happy. Thank you for the patient listening. Thank you.